so wiggly.
It won't be. Not.
It's so wiggly.
It's gonna have to be okay, sweetie.
Okay, whatever.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you not to talk about specifics. But I would like your thoughts on this because you have a lot to say about
wine.
sex. Let's talk about you and me.
That's not the song.
Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that it could be.
I don't think that's the song.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
There you go. That's the song.
That's the song. So you turned 16 on Saturday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And you were raised, actually, quite different from how I was raised.
Yeah.
Especially in your early childhood. And I have changed my parenting for sure. I was raised so that my parents never said don't have sex. My parents said don't get pregnant. And it's not like they bought me a hotel room and said, here you go. At all. But they just didn't say don't have sex. And you have at least one parent saying actively don't have sex.
Yeah.
And again, avoiding the specifics. I know you have a lot to say about this issue.
Yeah, because I've been like repeating it for like the past 3 days. If you tell someone not to do something, anyone on the earth is just gonna want to do it more, and so they don't. Yeah.
So I didn't necessarily want to have sex because, I mean, I did want to have sex. I was a horny teenager, but I didn't necessarily want to, like, go prove it or whatever.
Well, I mean, people are curious. Like, one of my friends, his parents are, like, adamantly against him having sex, and he's had sex before.
Okay.
And he just has to buy his condoms in secret. So, like, I mean, obviously that's not everyone, but in my opinion, wouldn't you rather, like, make your child safe and, you know, not get pregnant, or, you know, risk them not knowing what a condom is because you didn't talk about it, and then end up with someone pregnant at 13 or 14 because you didn't talk about it. And they're like, I wonder what happens if we do this.
Yeah, my mom offered to put me on birth control. I remember that conversation.
Oh, birth control's horrible for you.
Around your age, actually. And I said, no, I don't need it. So are you telling me that you really want to
have the condom bowl we've spoken of?
Well, I do plan on having a condom bowl.
Oh.
Are you telling me you want to have sex now because you've been told you can't?
No. I don't want an STD, and I don't want to go to the doctor. No, thank you. I'm just saying, you know, other people in this family might be into it more than myself.
Oh. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm planning something with my friends, and 3 guys are going, and
I said no
there's me.
specifics.
I know, but that's
Okay.
it's not that specific. I'm not naming names. Yeah, and apparently people are. I've been really mad about this lately. So, people are, or the parents are, I guess, worried that, this whole thing's gonna be a giant orgy. And I'm like, no. And it's really aggravating because, I know nothing's gonna happen. I hope that the boys are on my side because I know one of them is. And I've known all these people. Okay, except for one, but he's my friend's son, so it's fine.
That is hella specific.
It's not specific.
It is.
What? You think they're gonna watch this video?
Yes. All right, whatever.
Then do you want to refilm it?
No, because it's fine. It happens to be fine, but you're crossing the line on specifics. So back up. Back away from that. Okay, keep going.
The parents are they're just.
It's gonna turn into a big orgy.
Yeah, and they are like, why would we even put you in temptation's way? And I'm like, I've known all these people for at least 2 years. One of them I've known for, like 5 or 6 years, and
if you wanted to,
yeah,
you could have already.
Yeah.
Figured out a way.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm doing this because I want to have fun and I want to have a life, because out of some of the people in this family, someone has to have a life. So I'm 16. I want to have a life.
She's not lying.
Yeah. And
you feel frustrated. I hear you saying.
Yeah, because it's like our parents don't expect us to have girl or guy friends. And it's like, well, how am I even ever supposed to get a boyfriend? Or, I don't know, have super close guy friends if I'm not even allowed to, like, hang out with them? I mean, I can in a certain setting. It just happens that this setting is more, I don't know what the word is. Not, like...
It doesn't matter.
Complex, I guess.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's just it's an event.
Yeah. And
so you feel like you've been trustworthy, and even if you're not trustworthy, the fact is that you're 16 now.
Yeah, and I should be allowed to hang out with, like, people and not, like, it almost feels like they're second guessing my judgment on one part, because they're like, oh, well, your friends are obviously gonna do this. And it also feels like they're, letting the boys off the hook, because because people aren't concerned about me, they're concerned about the boys. And they were like, if you tell a boy that you don't like him, he's still in the back of his mind gonna say, oh yeah, she does. And I'm like, how much that, like, perpetuates rape culture, right? Because I'm not allowed to hang out with them because they can't control themselves, and you're not going to do anything about that?
Yeah, that's a great point.
I mean, they're old enough to know not to be stupid idiots.
Yeah. And even if you do have sex,
what's so wrong with that?
It's none of, now that you're 16.
Yeah, it's nobody's business. I mean, it was never anybody's business, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not putting words into her mouth. These are things that she's said over the last few days to me.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was worthy documenting.
Yeah. Hummingbird.
Yeah, certainly my parents, my mom offering to put me on birth control was not a
Not a sex negative.
yeah, well, it wasn't a like here's your free pass kind of thing. But I mean, boys have been spending the night at my house since forever.
Yeah.
Even boyfriends.
Oh, that'll never ever happen.
There
for
was
me.
not a we didn't need to necessarily sneak out because the things we did during the daytime
Oh yeah.
when people were downstairs. So like
Yeah.
it wasn't a thing necessarily.
Yeah.
And I had a super high sex drive when I was younger. So
Yeah.
and I don't know that you necessarily do have in the same.
Like, if I really wanted to have sex, why wouldn't I just I don't know, call someone up? I don't know who I'd call up, but or get on Tinder or Grindr, because I look old enough.
Yeah. Well, the reality is that you would have lots of opportunities to have sex here.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
everybody on my floor is a pretty heavy sleeper for the most part. Once they're asleep, they're asleep.
Yeah, that's for sure. The fish have pulled off the Sprite that was growing so lovely.
Ugh. I don't know what's wrong with our fish. They're just...
I think they're after the worms.
Oh,
what
that
do they
makes
call
sense.
the desiccation worms?
The bloodworms?
No, the detriment.
Deuterious worms?
Yes, thank you.
I don't. Weird.
Even though I've never seen one.
I guess it makes sense since most fish are insectivores, which is basically just carnivore. It's just with insects. So they'd be looking for stuff.
See, that's why I like the rocks laid on the...
Yeah, on the plants.
Yeah.
Well, maybe in their natural habitat, they can snoop around in plants and it doesn't do anything because the roots are so deep.
And they get insects all the time.
Yeah.
It might be time to unleash the... What are they called?
Oh, the Daphnia.
Yeah. Daffodils is all I know. All right, anything else you want to say about this?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I feel like your friend on Facebook needs to watch this.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he's I could listen to you guys talk for hours, and I don't know. He comments on every single one of your posts.
Geo.
Geo?
You feel like he needs to watch it or he's going to watch it?
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, he'll watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe, if he has time.
Yeah.